Today is the second Game Republic Student Showcase at Sheffield Hallam University. It's really a chance for the region's students to show off their final year and postgraduate games coursework to the games industry. We've got 4 awards that are sponsored by 4 of the region's games companies. We've got the Tuner Award for Game Art, we've got the Team 17 Award for Game Design, we've got the Sumo Digital Award for Game Technology, and we've got the Best Team Award presented by Rockstar Leeds. I think from the point of view of them getting to meet the people who make the games, it's hugely important, and also it's a chance for them as well to check out the competition, see other people on different courses and see what they're up against, because this is it's a harsh commercial world, and they're going to be up against the best programmers, artists, designers, producers in the world, not just in our region.
My name is Martyn Brown, I represent the studio at Team 17. Team 17's been in the region for almost 20 years now. We've been developing video games right since the early days of the 90s, where we developed Amiga games, right through the PlayStation, where we had a hit game called Worms, which has been phenomenally successful on quite a number of platforms now, and we're still making Worms. Apart from that, we're making a bunch of other games now, and in particular mostly on digital distribution platforms, which is where the industry is really heading right now. Platforms like the iPhone, Steam on PC, these are open platforms where anyone can develop for those platforms and get them published. 5 or 6 years ago that was very difficult, and particularly for independents such as students who are actually developing games like at this event today. There are now plenty of opportunities for those people to get involved.
We've created a big screen game for the Millennium Square big screen. It uses motion tracking technology to trigger events in Unreal 3. It's 2 very, very basic games. It's just Whack-A-Mole, classic Whack-A-Mole game, and Simon, the classic 80s memory game.
So I'm Toby Allen, I'm a producer at Sumo Digital, lately track and field on DS, virtual tennis series, Sega Superstars Tennis. We've done the driver series, but that ability is that you have a whole bunch of students that have done this for the next 3 years and basically really want to get out there, make games, and they show off their passion and their drive through an event like this, and that's what we need to see. People that are passionate and driven and go, yeah, I want to make games, and that's the kind of thing I want to do. I want to do the next GTA, I want to do the next Fable, and that's the kind of stuff we're looking for.
World Munch Media from Huddersfield, and we've got our game Fish, which stands for Fish in Scientific Horror. Basically, it's a 2D platformer which, rather than interacting with the character, you interact with the environment to get from one side of the level to the other. We've tried to get a unique art style, which is kept our humour in the game, so it's a bit different from everything else that you'll probably see around here today.
Hi, I'm Neil, we're from Leeds.
I'm Ellie. So here's the hob, and NPC comes along and saying that an evil hob has trapped one of her sister hobs in the bedside table, which is over here. So she gives you a hook line, and it helps you to open drawers and climb onto desks.
So basically what you're looking at is just a small slice of the end result. And it's got a quick objective: get from A to B, get from where you are now over to the drawer over here, and you just got to do a few simple tasks to get there. As you can see, it's quite an immersive level.
I've basically created a webcam head tracking prototype. Right, so at the moment it's rendering a basic viewpoint, a symmetrical axis projection, but as soon as I move over to the right, it's going to change that to reflect my particular viewpoint, so it's going to make it feel like it's a virtual window into another world, and the screen is no longer flat, but it's 3-dimensional, so it really gives you that feel of virtual reality.
I'm Pascal Vacher, and I'm course leader for the game software development at the Sheffield Hallam University, and we were hosting the event today. Oh, it's really important. It's really important for the experience it gives them and the buzz as well, because suddenly their game is being looked at, or their work is being looked at by people outside just the teachers or their colleagues and things, and it's their first experience for most of them of going out in the art world and showing their work and presenting the show reel and being professional, really. So it's really, really useful, really important.
My name's Steele Horton, and I'm at Hull School of Art and Design. It's going to be a online arena-style game like Unreal or Quake or Counter-Strike, where you choose either the gods or the giants and you battle it out. But instead of having guns and rocket launchers, you'd have axes, shields, and Francescas and such.
So what's different about yours then?
Well, what I'm trying to do, because on games like Unreal and such, Gears of War have a very gritty look, and what I'm trying to go for here is a more colourful, standing out look, and really giving a feel and taste of the Norse mythology, which is really quite interesting and very visceral type of poetry. We're a global industry in Yorkshire. We obviously we're built and we're made in Yorkshire of the games, but this is a region that looks outwards. It looks to the world, and we're right up there. We really are. We're competing with whole nations. There's people like Finland who they have a lot of investment in their country, but Yorkshire's the same population, and we're doing better than they are, so it's great.